If you want to find out how open your chest should be through impact, stay tuned. I've got all the info for you. Where your chest is at impact has been talked about for many, many years. We believe that chest is really going to dictate where the ball goes. Should my chest be shut in an effort to create a draw, or should my chest be open to create or a push, or should my chest be open to create a draw? With the aid of Sportbox, today I'm going to show you how to move your chest around the golf ball to hit the ball just like you want to. And that is with power, that's with precision and accuracy. I'm going to give you and demonstrate 3 golf swings. The first one is my swing. The swing that I adopt, and if you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing while you're here. My swing that you'll see, and if you've watched much of my content, is fairly reliable. It hits shots, something like that, on a fairly regular basis. The other swing I want to demonstrate to you today is the one that the world over, and I was only watching a very reputable golf coach the other day talking about how shut the chest needs to be through strike. So that feeling of the chest shut through strike in an effort to create that draw. That's the second swing I want to demonstrate and analyze. The third swing I want to analyze is one, if you haven't seen it, in my video of what happens next up in the top right hand corner of the screen. Don't go check it out just yet, hang around here, but do consider watching that after this one. And the third swing, as I say, is one where I'm going to really feel how my handle, on the way down, I give it a good old pull forwards in an effort to hit a draw. Now you can see I've made 3 swings. They've all bent right to left in the sky. Yes, I'm not too bad. Bit of jiggery pokery down at the bottom there. But those 3 ball flights have all come at different places down through strike with my chest. The one that's going to fortify function, the one that is going to give you the most amount of speed at strike, is the one that I believe that my channel offers up and all my instruction is based around. In all 3 of those golf swings, the top of my backswing, in the first one, the normal backswing, the one that I use on a daily basis, had a hip turn of 38 degrees. It produced a reasonable shot. At the top of the backswing, my chest had turned 103 degrees, a decent amount of chest turn, Now the values being in red or green, do not worry about that at all. For my money, 100 degrees of hip shoulder turn is a fantastic amount. The second swing, the one where I was swinging from the inside and I used my arms to really pull down, the old Justin Rose method that so many people really talk about on my channel when they see my pull forward swing, the handle down. At the top of my backswing, I had 39 degrees of hip turn and 98 degrees of shoulder turn. So you can already see that shortening up of the chest on the way down to make the arms work down has already had an impact at the top of my backswing. And the third swing at the top of my backswing, where I increase that hip rotation on the way down and on the chest on the way down to get the handle more forwards. So I'm really feeling this handle more forwards on the way down. I had a hip turn of 40 degrees and I had a chest turn of 100 degrees at the top. I wanted to just give you those insights just to make you aware that we are playing from a very similar playing field here with all 3 swings. Now I really want to talk to you about where my chest is in relation to the ball to target line at the moment I strike. For years we have believed that the golf club, in a desire to swing inside out, creates the draw. What that has done for golfers' poor striking is that it's created an angle of attack that really is very light. And I see it more than any other issue, that the angle of attack is light at 1.4 down. Path from the inside, well, that's just wonderful. If you've got a really exaggerated path moving in this direction, it's moving the sweet spot out to the right, and that can bring on the old dreaded shanks. And so what I would really not recommend is pushing your club too far out to the right in an effort to draw the golf ball. If you've got a common or garden left-hand grip, which I talk about in my most recent video that's up in the top right-hand corner there, if you really start to get that path working from the inside there, you might start the ball out to the right, but what you won't do is get that ball drawing back. Nasty business. I've got a path from the inside at 10 degrees. I've got an angle of attack that's 2 down. If path was everything, why has that golf ball not drawn back? So those of you out there that are still believing that path is the answer to a draw, you might want to go and take up 10-pin bowling. So understanding then that the arm swing down has been the prevalence of golf coaching, is the prevalence of most golfers in the world. So Stuart, cut to the chase. We all want to find out what the chest is doing down through strike. So the chest at impact relative to the ball to target line is a facilitator in speed, is it not? If my chest is passing through the golf ball, if I can make my chest open and I can get my path line still moving from the inside, surely more chest motion would create more speed, would it not? Yes, it would. Because if something's moving continually, it's going to create more speed. So the impact condition of my first shot down through strike, where I'm just feeling my left leg push up, I'm pulling my handle forwards of a moderate level. When I'm down through strike here, the values that we start to see with my hip turn and my chest turn, I see my hips at strike 31 degrees open. My chest, this is the biggie, is 30 degrees open to the target. What do you notice about my hip turn and my chest turn? This magic X factor. Big differentials between hip and chest. Are you seeing it? No, you're seeing 1 degree. When you see me hit a golf shot, do you see a strange looking swing, a strange dysfunctional looking swing, or do you see, if you're a regular to my channel, do you see shots that continue moving out there like that? Yes, you do. So my standard swing, I have a 30 degree open chest. This swing here, this next one, the one that is cancerous, the one that will lose your strike, the one that will open up the opportunity to shank the golf ball, the one that stops you from taking divots, the one that makes you weak, the one that slows you down. I mean, I'll just go on and on and on and on. The crap that this feel of moving the handle down in an effort to move the path inside out, which is this very swing here, that I almost checked that in an effort to display that. Great that my path is inside out at 5.6. No angle of attack, 1.3. My chest at impact from the swing where I move my arms down, my chest at impact was 20 degrees open. It was still open to the target, but it was 10 degrees less, and my hip turn was only 24 degrees down through strike. So I had a separation value that's greater between pelvis and chest. Now that separation value, if you know anything about Jason Day's obstacles in his back, the resistance, the separation value in his backswing, the separation value down through his strike was one of the biggest contributors of him being injured. And that's something that he changed his game, opened up his hip, made his hips work. Separating your upper body from your lower body is bad for you. Do not try to do it. X factor, biggest part of crap going, as far as I'm concerned. as far as I'm concerned. So then we've got the next one. We've then got the next one where I'm going to go to the top of the backswing. I'm going to pull the handle forwards. Pull the handle forwards. Exaggerate it as much as I dare. Pull the handle forwards. Let's see what it does to the club path. Let's see if the club path moves outside in. I'm going to pull the handle forwards as much as I can on the way down. That was my sensation. That was me pulling that way as far forwards as I could. Why is the club path not outside in? Because when I pull the handle forwards, the handle might be out, but the head's still inside the ball line. At the point of strike, my chest was open 33 degrees. I had another 3 degrees of chest open. I had 30 degrees of hip rotation. So my chest was actually more open than my hips. Those values at impact have driven your golf swing. So if you see the ball slice to the right, and then you go down the range, and then you get requested to swing from the inside in an effort to shift your path to make that ball draw to the left, that's why you start to shut your body down. But if we understand that when we swing the golf club down to the golf ball, the more I move the handle to the ball, the more the body will start to sit back and accommodate this gap that is now being able to be used because the handle is moving forwards. Whereas when I move the handle down, the club's got no closer to the ball, and so that's why we tend to see golfers going on the tippy toes. So if you want to find out a way of moving your handle forwards, you might want to check out that video that I talked about right at the very start, what happened next. And the second one you want to check out is the club path video, which is up in the screen now as well. Because when you push the handle forwards, we need to feel like we've got a bit more pressure moving back into our heels. We use that through the feet, push pressure back into our heels, which will now allow the golf club still, even though the handle is forwards, to still be able to move from the inside to the inside and make the ball bend. And so I'm feeling the handle forwards, I'm feeling the force go back into my feet in an effort to make the ball draw. You've seen 3 golf swings. One of them is the outlier, the one in the middle, the one where I'm pulling the golf club down. Garbage. Garbage! Stop doing it immediately. You'll be better for it. And if you're not, come see me. Come grab me on Skillist, and I will fix that unequivocally. Hopefully I've given you enough insight with the aid of Sportbox to prove to you that your chest being open through strike will absolutely make you draw the golf ball. It's got nothing to do with chest moving and opening up to hitting a slice. It's the biggest myth on the planet, and it will wreck your golf. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing and sharing this with a friend that could do with some help with their game. And I think you'll find, my friends, that this is good coaching.